7.
The portal took him to a desert midday. There were some cacti with spines, mesquite trees, and desert plants all around. Desert fauna were present as well. Hares, millipedes, centipedes, ants, hawks, rodents. Holes in the ground all over, which Crimson assumed housed snakes inside. The sky, clear and blue, with only a few clouds adorning the landscape. At a distance, there were a few mountains and hills. Crimson could only hear the wind and his own footsteps. The yellowish, crisp sand burned Crimson's feet as he walked. After many hours, he was tired and gave up trying to find the snake wizard. The reddish sky announced the fast approaching sunset. He gathered twigs from mesquite tree branches to light up a fire. The sound of howling coyotes and fire ember crisps was all that was heard. "Where's the snake wizard?" he thought. A few hours later, he heard a voice behind him. "Excuse my delay, little one. I was hunting. Thought you might be hungry." "Who are you?" responded Crimson, startled. The man smiled in response. He was wearing ragged, blue and brown torn clothing. He had long, black and gray hair and was wearing a pale, colorful mask. "Eat this hair I got for you and rest. Tomorrow I'll tell you why you're here." "Wait, are you the snake wizard? Show me what you have to show me now. I have to go rescue my beloved princess." "Oh, and please don't wake me up. I hate it when someone interrupts my sleep. Just dig yourself a hole here and sleep. It will get cold later," responded the masked man. "Wait, don't leave me here. Where am I?" Crimson yelled, but the desert masked man disappeared. A few hours later, the mesquite wood Crimson had collected had burned out, and he had regretted not making a hole to sleep in earlier. He made one in the middle of the dark, cold night. He slept in it for the remainder of the night. It really did help keep him warmer. When morning came, he heard a voice. "Time to wake up," said the masked desert man as he splashed some cold water on Crimson's face. "What the heck?" exclaimed Crimson as he jumped from the ground. "Let's go meditate," instructed the desert masked man. "What? Meditate? I need to go to save my beautiful princess muse. I told you yesterday." "That will be your first lesson here." "Are you the snake wizard?" asked Crimson with a croaky voice, feeling a lump in his throat. "Tell me now." "That's what they call me," he responded. "And you're here because you're too weak to fight, no doubt. You need the power of the mystical stones to even stand a chance in rescuing your pretty little princess." Crimson stood quiet, with eyes wide open, unable to conjure up words to respond to that. "Let's climb up that hill, and inside there, we will meditate. I'll race you there." "Okay, wait," responded Crimson as he rushed behind the snake wizard. Once they got there, Crimson said, "Your mask, is that why they call you the wizard snake? It sure looks snaky to me." "Ha ha, clever boy." "Yes, indeed," he responded. "Are you shy? And why do you live alone in a desert in the middle of nowhere?" "I'll answer all that and reveal many more things once we begin to meditate." After the race up that hill, which the snake wizard won without much effort, they reached the top. "Sit here, close your eyes. Think only of the air you feel," instructed the snake wizard. Crimson closed his eyes and could feel a cool breeze on his arms and face. He hadn't even noticed before how refreshing it was. He even felt the moist dew going inside his nostrils into his chest. There was a mild sting in his lungs due to the air he hadn't even noticed before. It was rich, pure but very dry, and it smelled like a combination of different desert plants. After about 5 minutes of meditating, the snake wizard began to talk. "Power, it can consume you. That is why you have to practice letting go of it from time to time. Just like in meditation, you let go of thoughts that distract you from the present. Likewise, when power begins to consume you, you have to practice letting it go, or else it will consume you and bring you down to the very clay that carpets the earth." "But how can that help me now?" "I have no power," Crimson asked. "I will give you something beyond your wildest dreams. Something very powerful, and since I will do that, I have to teach you also how to protect yourself from it." "Protect me from being powerful? That's a bit ironic, don't you think?" "And what is that power that you will give me?" asked Crimson. "You will see. Literally. Ha ha ha. Okay, Crimson replied. The snake wizard's sarcastic laughter made his stomach tense up. He swallowed his own saliva. But first, I have to make sure you understand the lesson. I understood it perfectly, responded Crimson in a fast, high-pitched voice. Don't let power consume you. Meditate to practice letting go. Yes, that is what is to be done. But have you understood the concept? It usually takes something miserable to happen for someone to fully understand it. Is that what happened to you, Snake Wizard? Responded the Snake Wizard in a deep, growling tone. You could say that. What miserable thing happened to you? Before I tell you, let me just explain one more thing about power. Love. You see, love is a catalyst of freedom. To have power over someone else is weak. Love, on the other hand, and the service you offer to those you love, that is real power and the good kind of power. The power of the mystical stones is nothing compared to the power of love and the power of service. Did you say the mystical stones again? I know the legend. Heck, I believed in it for some time. Why did you stop believing it? Asked the Snake Wizard. Because they obviously do not exist. I've never seen one. The love you feel for your princess, do you see it? No, I just feel it. Wow, I think I get your metaphor. They are real. The mystical stones, said the Snake Wizard. Crimson got fired up. The fire stone, the flying stone? Where are they? I will defeat everyone who gets in the middle of me and my beloved princess. He jumped and raised his arms as he had won a long-distance race. I thought you said that you had understood the concept. Plus, those aren't the names of the stones, responded the Snake Wizard. What do you mean? I did it. I passed your test. I meditated. I won't let power consume me. I'm ready, exclaimed Crimson. His words were as fast as the wing beat of a hummingbird. You're clearly not ready. You haven't even found your first mystical stone, and you have broken your peace, said the Snake Wizard calmly. But I have to go rescue the princess. These are not toys, boy, roared the Snake Wizard as he stood up. His voice echoed on the nearby hills, and it was so loud, it made Crimson crunch down to the floor automatically. The smile on his face turned grim, and he lowered his head like a scolded child. They're more like weapons. Listen to me, boy. No amount of training anyone can give you can prepare you for them. They can destroy everything you love, everything you or others have built in seconds. Their power can hypnotize you and distract your focus for decades if you let them. Wow, I see your point now. Really, replied Crimson in a soft voice, his head still facing down. For your own good. I hope you have. But before I tell you how to get them, you have got to promise me one thing. The Snake Wizard sat down again. Of course, Snake Wizard. Anything. Crimson responded. That you will meditate every day for a year, and then once every week or every 2 weeks while you have what I'm about to give you. What? That's a big request. But I need to go now, so I promise you that, sir. Good. Thank you, responded the Snake Wizard in an affirmative manner. Then, the Snake Wizard began to take his mask off. He struggled to do this since the mask appeared to have become part of his face, and as he took it off, bits of skin from his face came along with it. Crimson had his eyes wide open and locked into what he was witnessing. His mouth was wide open. Once the Snake Wizard completely took off his mask, he exclaimed, "Man, the light is so bright." He covered his eyes automatically from the intense light, which he wasn't accustomed to because he had been wearing the mask for so long. Here, take this mask. When you wear it on your face, it will reveal the location of the mystical stones. Crimson could finally see the Snake Wizard's real face. It was so pale. Although he had wrinkles on his hands from aging, his face seemed tender and made the Snake Wizard appear young. How long have you been using? Crimson was about to ask how long he had been wearing that mask when the Snake Wizard opened up a portal in front of him. Oh no. Good luck, boy, said the Snake Wizard as he kicked Crimson on the butt, pushing him inside the portal. Wait, I have so many questions. No, not this vortex thing again. Ah, Crimson cried as he was being eaten by the vortex of illusion portal. The snake wizard fell to the ground, looking up at the cloudy, blue sky. His breathing was heavy and fast while he was catching his breath. Finally, after all these decades, he thought. Good luck indeed, boy, he whispered while he began to sob and shed a few tears. Heaven knows you will need it. Now I have nothing. I've finally been set free.